Hi everyone. Today Salesforce Consulting and Admin Training Day 7. Let's see what are we going to learn today. So today our focus will be quickly overview of the previous session, and we'll talk about the custom list view visibility, list view controllers, edit lister, select field to display, and recently viewed. And then we will talk about the Sales Cloud and objects in the Salesforce Sales Cloud. And we'll talk about the opportunity, real-time scenario, how the Sales Cloud will work, and then default sales pipeline in Salesforce. Then we'll have a quiz, today's interview questions. So quickly, so what did we learn in the last class?
Learn list view, filter,
View, edit list
add
view,
filter,
classic and
filters,
lightning, editing,
Charts.
charts,
and then
Display
view,
tables.
report table,
Displays, printable view, ascending and descending and alphabets,
order,
API names, cloning,
renaming,
printable view.
Right. So offline, how about offline?
Recording in progress.
Right. So last class we have discussing about the list view concept. Now in the lightning, where whatever we wanted to do with the list view, for example, I have here all contacts. Now this all contacts is if I wanted to create, edit, modify, rename, or anything if I wanted to do related to this list view, only the option is we have this list view controller setting icon. So by clicking on this list view controller setting icon, I can create a new list view. I can clone the existing list view. I can rename the list view and sharing settings, edit list filter, select fields to display. This is what and delete, and everything can be happen related to list view in the Lightning by clicking on this list view controllers. By clicking on this list view controllers. Now we have seen how to create a new, how to create it, how to clone it, how to rename it. And then today we are going to see the sharing settings. Sharing setting. So for example, I have this list view. For example, I have this list view. So this list view is, right now it is created by me. Right now it is created by me. Now, should we share this list view with all the users? Should I need to give the specific group to the users? Is decided by the sharing settings. Is decided by the sharing settings. That means once we create a list view, only I can see the list view, or I can give the access to all the users. When I click on all users here, when I click on all users, everybody will be able to view the list view as well as they can edit the list view. And similarly, the third option is I'm sharing with a specific group. Could be a roles, could be a roles, and could be a roles and subordinates. This part, roles and subordinate, we will see when we are talking about the securities. So when we are talking about profile, permission set, whenever we are talking about the security of the Salesforce, that time we will see about this. So the third one is share the list view with the group of users. So when I say group of users, it is like a based on the role, based on the roles and subordinate. It's similar like I have a manager. In my manager, team lead is there. In my manager, team lead is there. So let's take it here. So for example, I have it here, senior manager is there, senior manager. Senior manager, and below that I have a manager, and below that I have a team lead, and below that I have a team members. This is a manager, and this is team lead, and this is team member. So if I'm creating, if the team member is creating, assume that there are multiple team members are there, multiple team members are there. Now assume that the one of the team member is creating the list view. One of the team member is creating the list view. So whenever this team member is creating the list view, he has to decide it whether should I need to save the, whether I need to share the record with team lead or manager or senior manager. That means if this team member is creating the list view, if I select the third option is select a list view with a group of users. That means if I'll share with this person, now whether could I share it, role is, he is the person, team member is reporting to team lead. So definitely he can give to this member. So if I select it, if this person select the role and role equal to team lead, that means this person is going to share the list view with team lead. If he says the role and subordinates, that means this person is sharing with the team lead as well as the subordinates. Whoever is the subordinates are there, everybody's, they are going to share it. But this is the structure. We will see in depth how the roles are there, everything we will see it. Everything we will see. Now, right now, this share list view with the group icon, we will see this later. Whenever the roles part comes into the picture, that time we can discuss. Now, that is the sharing settings. That is the sharing settings. In Classic, sharing settings also the same. Now you need to edit it. Now let's go to the switch to the Classic. When you switch to the Classic, let's go to the contact. In the contact, when I click on this particular contact record, when I click on the list view, click on go. And now I'm editing it. So when I edit it, the last option is the restricted visibility. This is the sharing settings. Now, if you want to change a name in the Classic, you can directly click on edit and change it. So for example, I'm changing here the contacts. Click on save. There is no specific button or there is no specific kind of a hyperlink or button. There is nothing called that. So you can directly edit this and you can modify, you can rename this. So all contacts become in. So if I give contacts, click on save, I'm renaming it. Right, so it became in contacts. Now I do not see all contacts. And if you want to change any sharing settings for this, now go down. Right now it is a visible only me. If you select a visible all users, including partners and customer portal. That means we have within the Salesforce, we have something called partner user or a portal users, we have something. So this also, what is the partner user, what is the portal user? Don't worry, we will discuss that. But simply understand that if I wanted to share with all the users, then select this second one. That means everybody in the Salesforce is going to view the record. Right, so group of users is nothing but specific groups, like you are reporting person you wanted to share, or you are reporting as well as the subordinates of those, then we can see that. Then they are able to, if you select this, then they are able to select it. Now, whenever you select it, it is going to ask, do you want to share with the roles and subordinates? That is the option even for the Classic. Even for the Classic. Now let's move on to the lightning. In the lightning, the first one which we have seen is sharing setting. Next one is a edit list filter. Edit list filter. So let's click on this. Now, if you click on edit list filter, this is where we are directly changing the filter. So that means when you click on a edit list filter, it is directly jumping onto the filter. So ultimately this edit list filter and this filter both are same. Edit list filter and this filter both are same. And the next one is a select fields to display. Select fields to display means, for example, right now here I have a name, account name, title, phone number, email, contact owner. These are the fields that is displaying here. But instead of this, I want a different fields. Instead of this contact owner, I don't want the contact owner on here, because in developer edition, contact owner will be the same. Contact owner will be the same. So it will not be any different. Now if I select here, select fields to display. Now I'll remove the contact owner alias. Just select the visible fields here. Click on this and move it. That means you are taking out the contact owner from the list, from the visible list you are taking out. Instead of that, I wanted to show the different value. Let's take it as a so let's take account rating. Now click on save. Now here we have a name, account name, title, phone, email, account rating. So these are the, if you want to change anything in case if you want to modify the sorting order. In case if you want to modify the sorting order also, you can change it. For example, I wanted to place the account rating after the account name, and title should be starting of it. Instead of a name, it should be a title. Or if you want to give it here after the name title, then account name, right? Then it should show the phone number, then it should show the email ID, then last it should show the account details. Click on save. It is reflected. Now this is in the lightning. Now if you look at the classic, now let's go to the classic contacts. Now let's click on go. Now let's edit here. When you click on edit, here also you have a select fields to display. So if you want to sort it, move it up, or if you want to place this as a on top after the name, I wanted to place it as a account name. You can place this, click on a save. Click on save. Now name, account name, title, phone, email, account rating. So these are the options you can select it. There is no restriction for this. How many fields can I show it? It's up to the client. It's up to the client how they wanted to show. Because putting a lot of fields onto the list view also does not help. Putting the lots of fields here does not help. Because the reason that we are creating the list view is I wanted to cross verify only maximum 4 fields or 3 fields. Maximum 4 fields or 3 fields which I wanted to modify it. So if I add the list, if I select it here, account ID, account owner, account last name, first name, if I select all these things, there is no restriction how many fields you can add it. You can add it, but how it looks like when you add these many data, these many fields, if you add it on the list view, how it looks like. Are you able to read properly? It is similar like the record, the one which you have opened. Now, when you open the record, you are able to see 10 fields or 20 fields. 10 fields or 20 fields. If you add all those 10 fields or 20 fields, it does not help. It does not help. This kind of a lot of information does not help the client. Clients needs only 3 or 4 fields. Let's assume that they are mostly interested on the account annual revenue, and they are interested on type, and they are interested on email, right? And the account name. This is what they have interested. Rest of the fields, they are not interested. So usually in the real time, we do not select like a lot of information here, which does not help the client. So let me take out here account owner last name, account owner first name, account site. I'm taking out the account site and also billing site. Now let's skip this. Do not go more than 7 fields. What will happen is it is going to shrink it. After the few words, it will come as a dot. So, but the client, what they want is as soon as they click on a list view, they should immediately see all the information. When I say all the information, only the information that they are looking for it. So for that reason, they will create it. So maybe 200 is the limit, but we do not know. I never tried a 200 fields keeping into the list view. Okay, so that's the information about the custom list view visibility, sharing settings. So sharing setting, the one which we have seen. How can I share the details, right? So these are the 3 options. Then we have a select fields to display it. So click on a select fields to display option on the list view controller. Now that's the one which we have seen right now. How can I display the fields? So what are the left side you see here? This is the available fields. These are the available fields. And what are the right side you see? That is the visible fields. Now visible fields are nothing but which the fields and their data needs to be displayed on the list. Fields and the data needs to be displayed on list view. Now by using this arrow marks, either we can add it and I can remove it. And these arrow marks are basically to positioning, like which field should be going up, which field should be going down. So which will be decided by this arrow mark. Now the quiz, how to create a new list view for the object.
Click on new.
Now object new list controls.
So by clicking on this setting, we can show that. Yes, by clicking on the list view controller setting.
Yeah, list view controller, click on new. So that
Next one, why developer use the clone option on the list view controller?
To modify the data of
Same kind of fields we want.
Copy the same.
according to the
The
requirements,
name
like
we can
if
use clone.
they want to modify anything on the existing one, they make a clone.
Right. So when do we use the rename option on the list view controller?
If you have to
not happy
rename,
with the name,
there is a change in requirement to
change
change.
accordingly.
According to the requirement, if the client wants to rename. And when we have to change, modify or edit the.
So as per the client requirement, if they requested to change any name, then we will be using the rename. Now, what is sharing setting on the list view controller?
Can set the list view
Sharing the settings to.
members of the team.
We can
How do we
share the
want
list
people
view
like
to
To
other
share it within a
users.
specific user group,
users
Or-
now.
Yeah,
giving permissions.
share list view with.
So what are the options are available in the sharing setting?
We have
Only I
three
can see
options.
all
Three
I can
options.
Only, all,
users
shared
and
list
group of
with group of users.
group of people.
Offline, what are the options are available for the sharing? Only me, all users and group of users, yes. Purpose of edit list view on the list view controller.
To add what column fields you want
What
to see.
columns that
Yeah.
are important for client we can add.
fields.
Yeah, available fill in.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
To add columns that are to be viewed in the list
Yeah,
view.
according to the requirement.
Which fields are
Which
required
fields
to
to
the client?
display, like
Okay. What is select field to display option on the list view controller?
So
it's
we
like
We can
choose the
select
available
fields
fields
we
and
want
visible fields, like what fields you want to visible
display.
on
It shows
on the
selected
display.
fields and available fields. We can drag and drop. Order,
Add
we
or
can
remove.
change the order of the fields.
Right. So why does developer use the delete option on the list view controller?
When the client doesn't want any fields to visible, then
When developer use the delete option to delete the list view controller.
Because there he is the owner, he'll see that for himself. No.
So delete option is we do not use it in most of the scenario. Only in the scenario where it is whenever the client does not need it. So usually we do not delete the standard one. Standard one, we do not delete it if the custom ones are there. If the custom ones are there, then we are going to delete the custom ones in case if the clients are does not need it. In case if the client does not need it, then we will delete that. That is only for the custom one. Standard one, we do not touch it. And the homework on lead, clone existing all leads list view. So you have a all lead list view. So go to the leads. Go to the leads. In the leads, we have a list view called all open leads. Okay. In the all the open leads, clone that existing all the open leads and create a new list view.
Okay.
Create a new list view, which is called as a all inquiries. All inquiries. Create a new list view called all inquiries. And the filter is, we have a one field called lead source. In the lead, we have a field called lead source. And the operator is equals phone inquiry. Value is phone inquiry. Value is phone inquiry. Value is phone inquiry. And which fields to be displayed? Display the fields. Fields you need to display the lead name, lead status, email, rating. These are the fields you need to display it and visible for all users. Visible to all users. And order of this should be lead name, lead status, email, rating. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
Offline. Okay. Now let's move on. Now here we have completed the list view part. We have completed the list view part. Next, we are going into the step called Sales Cloud. We are going to the new topic is Sales Cloud. So far, we have seen the Marketing Cloud. We have seen the Marketing Cloud, creating the campaign and then creating the lead. Lead is getting converted to the account, contact, opportunity. This is the flow which we have seen in the Marketing Cloud. Now, the next step is we will move on to the Sales Cloud. Now, before going to the Sales Cloud, what is sales? In generic term, what is sale?
Sell the
Managing
product
the
and
sales
profit.
activities,
To promote.
Selling a product.
Selling.
selling the
Generating-
product.
Generating revenue
Yeah.
in exchange of product or
We
services.
sell the product, so that will go into the sales.
Selling the product using different strategy.
Right? Most of your answers are right. But in real terms, sale is nothing but exchange of a product. Exchange of a product or a service in return of a value is called sale. Now, when you say exchange product, that means, simple example, shopping center, if we go for a shopping, we are buying the product. We are buying the product. What is the benefit for other person? They are getting the amount. We are exchanging it. I'm taking the amount, giving the amount. Sorry, I'm taking the product and giving the amount. We are exchanging it. Similarly, in the company, when I'm working in the company, I'm giving my total effort in the company in order to solve the issue. What is company giving for me? Company is paying a salary to me. So I'm putting a effort, I'm giving my all effort to the company. Company is in return, they are giving the salary to employees, exchanging the product. If any person is giving a product with the free, if the person is giving a product free without any amount, which is not called as a sale. It's not a sale. That's not a sale. Sale has to be, both the persons has to be benefit. Whoever is buying, that person has to be get benefit. Whoever is selling it, that person is also should get a benefit. Whenever the both parties are satisfied, then only it is called as a sale. That means we are exchanging the product. Could be a product, could be a services, something which you are getting as a return. Something you are getting as a return, could be a value, is called sale. So for example, this person is selling the product. This person is selling the product to this person. Now this person is in return giving the amount to this. So which is called as a sale, which is nothing but I am selling a product. I am selling a product. If the person is giving a product as a free, then that doesn't called as a sale. That does not called as a sale. Now this is in generic, in normal, this is what is the sale. But when it comes to the sales cloud, when it comes to the Salesforce, what is the sales cloud? When it comes to the Salesforce, what is the sales cloud? Now Salesforce, Sales Cloud consists of 7 objects. That means Salesforce Sales Cloud is divided into 7 objects. Salesforce Sales Cloud is divided into 7 objects. The first one is an opportunity, and the second one is product. Third one is price book. Fourth one is a quotation. Fifth one is an order. Sixth one is a contract. Seventh one is invoice. Seventh one is invoice. Whatever we have seen in the Marketing Cloud has a objects, campaign, lead, account, contact, and the opportunity is common for the Marketing Cloud and Sales Cloud. That means Marketing Cloud is just touching the opportunity, but actual flow is starting in the Sales Cloud. Actual flow of the opportunity is started in the Sales Cloud. That means opportunity started, which means, let me go to the Paint. Now, for example, now I got the opportunity. Opportunity is nothing but the person is really showing the interest. It's a prospect. We know that this person is going to buy the product. Now, once the opportunity is created, it will be handed over to the sales team. It will be handed over to the sales team. Now, the sales team has to follow up that opportunity to explain about the product. Now they will keep on explaining the different type of a products here. They will explain the product details. That means all the product details and all the information sits into the Sales Cloud. Now we have a opportunity. Opportunity is linked to the product. Products. Now, whenever we have a product, every product has a certain price book. Right? So that's the reason we have a price book concept in the Salesforce as well. Price book. So this product and price books are connected each other. Because the person, whoever is showing the interest, might buy one product or multiple products. Now, based on the product, there has to be standard price. So, which is nothing but price book. So, price book is connected there. Let's take an example. In the Amazon, you have selected a product. So when you have selected a product, there is definitely the price is attached to it. Now, once you looked at the price, after looking at the price, you will check whether it is are you going to pay right now or cash on delivery? So usually we do the cash on delivery, right? So what we need is during that time, a kind of a bill should be generated. But actually I'm not paying anything. But there has to be some quotation. When I say quotation is nothing but which will give the clarity to the person, clarity to the users. Before you paying anything, I'm giving this is the quotation. That means this is the actual price, and if there are any discounts or any GST or anything is there, right? Everything gets included there. Everything gets included. So quotation gets generated. So first customer will review the quotation. If they like the quotation, right? So before you go for a billing, you say that, okay, I'm going to buy this. So when you click on it, going to buy this, suddenly you will see that amount is changed. Actually, whatever the price is there, that price is different. And whenever the quotation is generated, you will see the different price because of some additional product attachment or something was there. So customer always review the quotation. Customer always review the quotation. If they have any problem with the quotation, they will come back to the sales team asking that I did not like the quotation. I did not like the quotation because whatever the price is there, price it says that some 200 rupees, right? But when you select the address like a Hyderabad, okay, and maybe in Hyderabad, very corner area, some area in Hyderabad. So usually there won't be any delivery. So right, whenever I select that postcode, immediately price is doubled. It became a 500 or it became 1,000. So then you will ask that, okay, when I see the price book, it was a 200, but when I choose the address and the postcode, right, when we choose it, quotation became a different. They will ask that, no, I do not like the quotation. What is the reason for the quotation to be very high? Now, whenever they do not like it, whenever they do not like this, whenever they do not like it, so they will immediately raise it to the sales team. Now, sales team has to have a call with the customer. What is the reason being? What is the reason being why the quotation is too high? So they will explain it. If the customer is satisfied, then they will go for an order. If they are not satisfied, then they will have a discussion with the sales team. Assume that customer is satisfied. So when the customer is satisfied, they will go for order. That means I'm going to order this. I'm going to order this. Now, once order is done, that means after the quotation, we have an order. Now, once the order is done, during the order time, there is some button in the Amazon subscription, or that is kind of a contract. Every 6 months, send me this product. Some kind of a subscription will be there in the Amazon. Every 6 months, send me this product. Similarly, in the Salesforce also, after the order, we have a contract. Contract is nothing but maybe the customer is very interested to buy few more products from the same company. They are going to buy it. So in that case, what they will do is they will take a contract. So this contract is always will be, that means I'm going to buy this particular product every 6 months, or else I wanted to buy a few products only related to this brand. So usually in the shops also, they will ask mobile number in the shops, they will ask. That means whenever there is a new product or something is there, either they will call or they will send a message or SMS, whatever they wanted to do, they will do it. So that kind of a information, that is also one type of a contract. But those kind of a mobiles and everything is sometimes for the marketing they will use it, sometimes contract, that means I'm going to come every time here, right? So if the shop person knows you, then what they will do is they will inform you that this product has been reached. That is also part of the marketing. Once the order is done, now once everything is completed, then final is invoice. We have a final step is called invoice. That means you are paying a bill. Whenever the Amazon is delivered to your home, the person will come and ask you to pay the amount by showing the invoice. So these are the steps for the Sales Cloud. 7 steps. 7 steps for the Sales Cloud. So we have an opportunity, product, price book, quotation, order, contract, invoice. These are the 7 steps. Now let's understand step by step. The first one is a opportunity. The first one is a opportunity. Opportunity is nothing but any prospective deal are called opportunities. Any prospective deals are called opportunities. That means I'm having a deal. I'm having a deal. Deal is nothing but could be you are buying a one product, could be you are buying a multiple products. If somebody is opening some mall or a shop or company, let's assume that some company is newly opened, the startup company. So whenever the startup company is opened, whenever the startup company is started, the first thing they need is cables, internet connection, and monitor. These all they needed, laptops, they needed these all. So that means they are going to have a deal with the Dell company or some company. Startup company will have a deal with XYZ company saying that we need these all materials, these all items which we needed. So that means I'm going to make a deal with that customer. So out of like whenever we say that these are the items or these are the products which I needed, then final outcome, whatever is there, invoice or quotation, whatever is there. So if the quotation is fine, then they will start having the deal. So any prospective deals are called as an opportunity. Any prospective deals are called as an opportunity. That means I'm making a deal to the another customer. Now let's take a real-time scenario. Let's assume we have bank. We have a bank is giving a loan. Bank is giving a loan. Assume that I'm planning to build a house. I'm planning to build assume that taking a land. Okay, I'm planning to take a land. For that, I need a loan. For that, I need a loan, house loan, specifically house loan. So let's assume that they are giving some discount on the house loan. Let's assume that it's a 10% discount. It's a 10% discount. Bank is offering us 10% discount only for this time. Only for this time they are offering the 10% discount on the loan. So whenever I start investigating about the loan, it's not an immediate process. If I need a loan, I cannot simply go and ask the bank, I need a loan, can you give me? I cannot ask that. There are different steps. Certain stages are there. Whenever I want a loan, the first thing is that we need to have an initial conversation. We need to have an initial discussion with the person. There should be a one person dedicated for the loan. And we need to have a proper understanding about the loan. What is the percentage? How much we can pay? How long this loan will be there? How long do I need to pay EMI? Everything I need to have a proper discussion with that person. Also, whoever is giving the loan to us, that person is also going to ask us that, what is the reason that you are applying for a loan? What is the reason for you are applying for a loan? So I'll say that I wanted to buy a loan or I wanted to build a house, so I need a house loan. And they will ask, loan person is going to ask, what is your salary? Because it's always depending on the salary. So based on the salary, they are going to prefer that whether you are eligible to buy, you are eligible to take a loan or not. So these are the initial conversation which will happen. After the initial conversation, if the person is agreed, both the parties are agreed, that means whoever is taking the loan and whoever is giving the loan, if they are agreed, both the sides they are agreed, then the bank person will visit to either your office or your home. The bank person will visit to your home or office. Once the person is then he will try to observe that where are you working in the company, which company, and what is the salary, everything, ID card, they are going to cross verify. While verifying that, they are trying to understand your requirement. If your salary is very high, they will suggest to go for a higher loan. They will suggest you to go for a higher loan with some benefits. So that's how they are going to give you the offer, and they will try to understand more kind of what is your requirement, where are you taking the loan, right? So do you want to pay the loan at a time, or how long you wanted to go for a EMI, right? All these things they are going to ask. Now that's basically understanding the requirement. Bank person is understanding the requirement. So once the bank person is understood the requirement, then document verification. Document collection. That means the bank person will collect all the documents related to your pay slip, right? And ID card, and a few more details about your family, right? Everything they are going to collect the documents. When the document is collected, they will go for a next step. Next step is called as a verification. Verification. So this verification is verification is basically whether the person is given the documentation is proper documentation, because bank has a certain rules. Every bank has their own rules. So based on that, they are going to verify the documents. Once the documentation is verified, if everything is perfectly fine, that means loan approved. Loan is approved. Now, once it is approved, it takes another 1 day or maybe half a day, then they will release an amount. So once it is released the loan amount, that means we are closed. That particular closed own, it is basically closed own. That means this particular opportunity for them, for the bank people, we are the opportunities. When initially I called a bank person, that time I was a lead. So when the person came to the understanding about everything, then they converted the lead to the opportunity. So once the opportunity is converted, they start understanding the requirement and document collection, verification, everything is done. Then we will go to the loan approval. So once the loan is released, that means that particular opportunity is closed to own. It went proper. Everything proper. There was no issues. In case if there is any issue, assume that during the document verification, if there is any issue, opportunity may turn to the close lost. That means if the bank says that your documents are not perfect, then the employee also says that, okay, I'm not interested to apply a loan for this particular bank. Then they will say that, employee will say that, okay, that's fine, I do not want any loan. That means for this bank, this particular opportunity went into the close lost. That means they lost one of the opportunity. Bank has lost the opportunity. If everything is perfect, then they will go for a closed own. Now in this entire stages, so these are the different stages for the bank. Similarly, in the real time also we'll have a different stages which are available for the each project. So if it is a banking project, this is the one. If it is an insurance project, it will be different. If it is an automobile project, they have a different stages, right? If it is a healthcare, they have a different stages. So based on the industry, based on the project, your stages will be changed. But this time, whatever we are discussing here, the scenario is bank. So for this, they have a stages of initial discussion. So when the initial discussion is happening, it's a 10%. They got a 10%. That means 10% discussion has happened. Then they visited. That means 20% effort is done by the bank. Then they are understanding the requirement. 40% effort is done by the bank employees. The document collection, 50% is done. Document verification, 70% is done. Now, during the 70%, if it goes back, then it goes to the closed lot. That means a 0%. Now we'll see the positive part. So 70% right now, document verification is the 70%. If everything goes fine, then loan approval is a 90%. They have reached up to the 90%. Now, as soon as it released the loan, 95%, then once it became a closed own, it's a 100%. But in case if there is anything goes wrong with the document verification, it goes back to the 0%. So every stage will have a percentage. Every stage has a percentage, because at the end, you cannot say a report to your manager saying that last month I have done 30 prospects came, 30 opportunities came. And out of 30 opportunities, 10 opportunities initial discussion, 30 opportunities on the document verification, 30% on the different. I cannot say all those things. What the managers are required is percentage. Managers only interested on the percentage. So that's the reason on opportunity, we have one field is called probability. We have one field is called probability. Probability. So probability is the one which is going to tell the manager when they run a report, out of, like, you have done 30 opportunities. Out of 30 opportunities, 10 opportunities are at the 95%. 10 opportunities are at the 50%. 10 opportunities are at the 10%. One opportunity is 0%. Now that time they will have a clarity that how many opportunities are in the right percentage. So percentage is nothing but probability in the real time. So the probability is going to tell them that where are we right now. This is how in the real time. Even if you go to the opportunity, let's go to the opportunity. So in Salesforce, similar like those stages in Salesforce also, opportunity, go to the opportunity. In the opportunity, click on a details. Here we have a stages. We have a stage, opportunity stage. Now here the stages are prospecting, qualification, need analysis, value proposition, decision maker, perception analysis, proposal or a price quote, negotiation review, closed own, closed lost. This is standard stages provided by the Salesforce. This is the standard stages provided by the Salesforce. But this can be changed based on the industry, based on the project. These values can be changed because every project will not have a same stage. Every project will not have a same stage. So stages will be changed based on their requirement. Now, few members will say that I just need a prospecting, qualification, price quote, and then negotiation review. Then we have a closed own, closed lost. If they want, we can customize it. That is totally fine. Now this is the stage. Now below, if you observe, it has a probability. It has probability. So whenever you select a prospecting, it says 10%. Now if you select a qualification, it is also 10%. Need analysis, 20%. Now if you go to the closed own, it's 100%. If you go to the closed lost, it's a 0%. So stage and probability are connected. Stage and probability are connected. Stage and probability are connected. So whenever you select a stage here, qualification, it's a 10%. If you select a value proposition, 50%. If you go to the closed own, it's 100%. And if you change it to closed lost, it is 0%. So stage and probability both are connected. There is no relation here. There is no relation between these two fields. It is implemented by Salesforce. It is implemented by Salesforce. If you go to the object manager, for example, if you go to the object manager here, I'm clicking on the setup, clicking on the edit object manager, edit object manager, click on the edit object manager. It will directly take you to the opportunity. We are in opportunity. Now click on here, field and relationships, and here observe the probability. So probability, what it says, it's a percent. It says percent. There won't be any relation. You cannot see the relation between the two fields, but Salesforce has implemented at the back end. Salesforce has implemented at the back end. Whenever you select a stage, as soon as the stage is selected, probability value has to be reflected. Probability value has to be changed. Value has to be changed. Now, this is what the default Salesforce has. This is what default Salesforce. That means every project has a certain sales cycle, which is also called as an opportunity cycle, which is also called as a sales pipeline. In scenario terminology, in the real time, we call this stage, whatever the stage we have, this stage or the probability, whatever we have, it's called as a sales cycle. Sales cycle or opportunity cycle or sales pipeline. Sales cycle or opportunity cycle or sales pipeline. Sales cycle, opportunity cycle, and then sales pipeline. These are the one which are going to the terminology we will be using in the real time. Now, default sales pipeline in Salesforce, we have seen just now: prospecting, qualification, need analysis, and then value proposition, and then we have a identify
Decision maker.
Then prospecting analysis. After
Perception. A proposal, a price quote.
that, proposal or price quote,
Negotiation or review.
negotiation review,
Closed lost.
Close
Closed one. And
close
closed
one
lost.
and close.
Close lost.
This is the default sales path. So we have a 10 steps. We have a 10 steps. These are the default Salesforce opportunity sales path. Opportunity sales path. Who is this 440451? Who is 440451? Can you speak up? Or else change the name. I cannot able to identify based on this 440451. I cannot identify. Please change the name. So if I do not see the name, I'll remove the persons from the meeting. So please change it, otherwise I'll remove it from the session. Who is 440451? Madhu, are you there? Okay, I'm so sorry, I'm removing it. Are you there? Can you speak up? Or else can you change the name? Okay, so that's fine. I'm removing it. If you are logging in back again, please put the correct name. Now let's move on. So these are the default sales pipeline in Salesforce. Now next one is an opportunity cycle in Salesforce. Now we have seen the real-time scenario, how it is in the, what are the different stages in the, just taking an example of banking. But same scenario, if I apply in the opportunity, how it is going to happen. Now we have a sales cycle is there in the opportunity. Could be a sales cycle, you can call it as an opportunity cycle, right? So few members call it as an opportunity cycle, few members call it as a sales cycle, few members call it as a sales pipeline. Sales pipeline. So whenever we are doing the sales pipeline or opportunity cycle, how can we do that? Now here, the first thing will come as a prospecting. First thing is a prospecting. Prospecting is nothing but we are expecting this person might be going to the qualify, or we know that this person is interested. We know he might be, the person might be interested. And then qualification. Qualification is, that means the sales team is doing some updates or they are trying to qualify this person. Then we have a need analysis, either the need analysis from the sales team side, or we need some more information from the customer. So we need to do the need analysis. Then value proposition. Value proposition. Value proposition is nothing but where I'm trying to identify this person is, right, they have already crossed the qualification and need analysis. That means they are ready to buy the product. Now, finally, they are going to do the decision making. They are finally going to do the decision making. So once they're done with the decision making, it has to go with person analysis phase. This is analysis phase. So perception analysis phase. That means during the decision maker. So let's assume that decision maker, they are a bit confused whether to buy this product or a different product. Now sales team has convinced them to buy this product. Now, next thing is that they are doing the analysis. Analysis is nothing but reviewing them, the details about the product, how to use it. So those kind of a analysis, and where should I keep this product, how to use it, and what is the terms and conditions, and is there any side defect or anything, is there, everything analysis they will do, customer will do. Then finally we'll have a quotation. So they will ask that, can you tell me how long, like how much it will take if I'm going to buy this? So simple example, I wanted to buy 100 laptops. I wanted to buy 100 laptops. So I have reached out to the Dell company. So when I have reached out to the Dell company, so first time they know that, okay, I need to buy it because that is my need. It's my need. I need to get the 100 laptops. I need to buy it. That is my need. Now they know that this person is really needed the laptops. That means now I became a lead for them. So after discussing with a few things, then they converted the lead to the opportunity. That means they are pretty sure that I'm going to take 100 laptops. Whether today or tomorrow or after 1 month, I need, because that is necessary for me. They understood all my requirements. So they know that now the lead became an opportunity. When lead became an opportunity, by default, it goes into the prospecting. Now sales team changed that to the qualification, and then they will have a discussion with me. So after that, they will change the analysis. So that means either I'm doing the analysis or they are giving me the more information or some kind of an analysis, I'm doing it. So whoever is bought, I'm checking all the analysis, right? So this is the need analysis. Then it goes to the decision making. So in the decision making, I'll see that whether I wanted to buy Dell laptop or Lenovo laptop, right? So, or Apple laptop. So I'll try to see which one should I need to buy it. So that is the decision making. Then I'll do the perspection analysis. So here in the perspection analysis, I'll go through all the information because I don't know that which one is better, which one is a standard. Those all things I'm going to verify. This is a perception analysis. So perception analysis is I'm going to cross verify all the information. Then the quotation. Now I'll ask the person that, can you give me the quotation, how much it is going to be worth? Now I'm not going to pay that person at that point. I'm not going to pay the person, but I wanted to know the quotation. So in that quotation, he will include all the products, everything he will include. But let's assume that my office is very corner of the Hyderabad, maybe in the in nearby airport, okay, or somewhere in the out of Hyderabad. So when it is out of Hyderabad, for them, it is going to take for the traveling, everything, shipping those products, everything, it is going to take time. So while giving the quotation, they will include the transportation, everything, they will include it. Now, by looking at the quotation, if I agree, I'll go for it. If I do not agree, I'll have a discussion with the person. That is, again, I'm moving from here, price quote to the need analysis. That means I'm going to have a discussion with them. And they have to suggest me the different ways, all those things they have to do it. Let's assume that price quote is perfectly fine for me. There is no issue for me. Then I'll go for the negotiation review. Maybe to reduce, like if I'm buying 100 laptops, give me the 10% discount or a 20% discount. That is the thing, right? So I'll have a negotiation. Then once the negotiation is done, then we'll have a closed own, then close lost. Now in this complete stage, prospecting is a 10%, qualification is also 10% because qualification 10%, qualification prospecting done together. Usually these two are done together, but Salesforce is given a different values here. You can combine these two also, which is possible. Then we have a need analysis and value proposition, decision making, and perspection analysis, price code, which is a 75%, negotiation review 90%, and the closed own. So usually most of the times whenever we are having a negotiation review, that time we might go to the close lost. We might go to the close lost. So whenever we go to the close loss, that means it is a 0%. That means it is a 0%. Now this is sales cycle, opportunity cycle, sales path. Now how can I view in the Salesforce? Salesforce, I can view it. Salesforce, I can. So whenever you open the opportunity, now here you have, so let me open the another opportunity, which is the open perception analysis. Let me reduce this. Now here, the first one is a prospecting, second one is a qualification, third one is need analysis, value proposition, decision making, perception, analysis, quotation, negotiation, closed. Now you will see here only the closed, but when you click on this closed, it will ask that whether you wanted to choose the closed lost or closed own. Now directly you can click on this and you can click on this stage and directly click on this path and then click on this select closed stage. When you select it, stage equal to it has a closed own, closed lost. So here you can choose it. In the path, it doesn't show closed own, closed lost. But when you click on this select closed stage, it will give you whether you wanted to go for a closed own or a closed lost. If it is a closed lost, if it is a closed lost in the real time, it's not here, but in the real time, they will ask what is the reason for closed lost. So there should be another field here, another field which is saying that reason, which is saying here a reason. So reason is nothing but what is the reason why this particular opportunity went into the close lost. Because in the real time, they wanted to monitor whenever they are lost the customers. Whenever they lost the customers, they are going to have a proper review on that. What is the reason why we lost the customer? How can we improve the customers without losing it? So these kind of a analysis they will do. So whenever they do this kind of a analysis, definitely they need a particular section called as a reason. So by default, Salesforce does not have a reason text box, but in the real time, whenever we are implementing a opportunity lifecycle, definitely we need to have a reason there. So whenever we lost it, it has to be captured. What is the reason? So this captured by the client. Developer does not do anything here. The complete flow is done by the client. So they will take care because the sales team is having a direct communication with the customer. So when they are having a direct communication with the customer, so client is going to update what is the reason for the close lost. What is the reason for the close lost? And they will update it. Is a different, sales application is a different. Now I'm into the marketing application. Okay. Now the reason opportunity is a common for sales application and the opportunity is common for sales application and marketing application. Because the steps which we have, let me go to the paint. Now here in the marketing cloud, what we are doing is we are doing the campaign. And then we have a lead. We have a lead and from the lead, I'm converting the account, contact, as well as opportunity, I'm converting all this. Converting lead to the account, contact, and opportunity. Here, this is the marketing cloud. This is marketing cloud. This part, whatever we see, this is a marketing cloud. The marketing application. You will be doing in the marketing application. Here is the thin line. Here is the thin line. The thin line here is half of the part is done by the marketing application, half of the part is done by the sales application. The reason I'll tell you. So here, marketing application, they are capturing the lead. They are capturing the lead and they will convert the opportunity. When they convert the opportunity, opportunity has to be created. Opportunity has to be created. But once the opportunity is created, that's how their work is completed. That's how their work is completed. Now, half of the part should be taken care by the sales application. Half of the part should be taken care by the sales application, which is nothing but sales team. Which is sales team has to be taken care. This is the marketing team and this is the sales team. Now you will see opportunity in the marketing application as well as you will see the opportunity in sales application. Let me go to the view all. So sales application. In the sales application also, you will see the opportunity. So opportunity will be both divided, you will see. Functionality wise, we are saying that opportunity is taken care by the sales team. But practically, there is no restriction that these objects I should see in the marketing application. These objects I should see only in the sales application. These objects only I should see in the service application. There is no hard and strict rule. There is no hard and strict rule. You can open the object from whichever the application you are in. But the functionality is marketing application has these all and sales application has a opportunity, product, right? Price book, quotation, all those are there. But when you go to the practically, when the developer goes here, when I'm here in the sales application, when I'm in the sales application, now if I wanted to open the campaign, I can open. So there is no restriction there. There is no restriction. But the functionality wise, when you are giving to the client, when you give it to the client, we have to tell them clearly that means this has to be customized. This has to be customized. By default, Salesforce is opening up all the object in all the applications. But when the developer implement the application, before going to give it to the client, they have to customize the tabs, which tabs where it should display. It's in our hand. Developer has a flexibility wherever you are, you can choose it. That has a flexibility. But when you give it to the client, you should only customize it. Marketing application should be only seeing the campaign, lead, account, contact. Campaign, lead, account, contact. And the sales team should be having the opportunity, product, price book, quotation, right? Negotiation, decision maker. These all things we need to be has to be done here. Any questions here?
Ma'am, I have a question, please. For opportunity cycle,
Mhm.
if a client chooses to miss some steps in between, say qualification, need analysis, can they still proceed and close?
Default Salesforce is allowing us, but that's not the right way to do. So for that, we need to put a validation there.
Okay,
For example, right now I'm in the perception analysis. Directly from here, I'm jumping to the close lost. Or
okay,
directly I'm jumping back to the prospecting. So which is allowing me. By default, Salesforce does not have any restriction, but in the real time, we should not allow this.
okay,
We need to build some customization. The client has to go only step by step.
okay. If he has to go back and edit some or change some qualifications, then he'll have to go back step by step, or if the customization is done.
Yes, we can do that. So there are some, basically what we will do is we will build a flow path in real time.
Okay,
In the flow path, we will check with the client. This is the positive flow. Now, during this positive flow, do you see any time customer may drop in between? If they say that during the negotiation, they might go back to the prospecting, then we will implement that flow also. So we'll have to have a clarity with the client, what all things they need it. So based on that, we can restrict the flow.
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other questions? Opportunity.
Ma'am, can you explain one more time? Opportunity like the cycle in sales and marketing?
Okay. It's a thin line. Marketing application and sales application, both are sharing the opportunity. Right. So the reason for the thin line is marketing application. In the marketing application, we are converting the lead to the opportunity. Then I should see the opportunity there. As well as when the sales team is started, they will go to the sales application. In the sales application, the first object that they are going to look at is opportunity. So when they look at the opportunity, they wanted to see who all are the opportunities in the prospecting, so that they can change it to qualification and start working on it. So both of them doing their job, but it's a very thin line. So that's the reason opportunity by default, it is open in the marketing application as well as the sales application.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other offline?
So we see both in classic and lightning, right, ma'am? This opportunity.
Yes, yes. All
Okay.
the objects, whatever you are seeing it, everything you can see in the classic.
Okay.
So that the difference between the opportunity in the marketing application, opportunity in the sales application is marketing application does not do further process. Marketing application job is to create an opportunity. Once their job is done, they will not even touch the opportunity. But why I'm showing the opportunity there? Because if I wanted to cross verify what are the leads are converted, is the data properly came into the opportunity or not? Once it came into the opportunity, further process marketing application does not do. They will pass that opportunity details to the sales team. When they pass the opportunity details to the sales team, further step is nothing but whenever it is created, it is always prospecting. Now you can change it to the need analysis. Whenever you change the need analysis, that means you need more information from the customer. Now the sales team has come into the picture and they will be updating all the steps here. To make the opportunity either closed won or closed lost, the entire cycle is depending on the sales team. Marketing application does not do that. Is that clear, Vasavi?
Yes.
Ma'am, that opportunity data was automatically transferred to Sales Cloud, or
It is automatically. So basically whatever we do is, here you see the owner, opportunity owner. This opportunity owner, right now we have a my name. Okay, but if I have a two teams, now let's assume that I have a marketing application team and I have a sales team. There are two teams are there. Marketing, and then we have a sales team. And they are in the company, they are in one company. Now, marketing work is just to get the leads. Their work is get the leads and convert them the leads as to the opportunity. That's it. Whenever they are converting the leads to the opportunity, what they will do is this opportunity assigned to opportunity, when they are converting it, there should be an automatic process which we have to implement it. Salesforce does not have that, by default feature is not available. So which we have to implement, we will do it in our classes. So whenever the opportunity is created, what we will do is we will assign to the sales team. There is a something called a queue, which is something called as a queue. Right, so we will assign to the sales team. As soon as it is assigned to the sales team, all the sales team members will get an alert message saying that there is an opportunity created by marketing application. Then the sales team is start looking into that opportunity.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Is everybody clear on the opportunity cycle path?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Galaxy J7, can you change the name? So now let's move on. Now, in case, before going to the questions, in case, if client says that, okay, I do not want before the prospecting or after the prospecting, instead of qualification, can you put as an initial discussion? After prospecting, can you put it as an initial discussion? That means qualification does not help my project or my whatever the real time we have, it doesn't help the qualification. Can you do the initial discussion instead of a qualification? How can we modify? So we can modify it by clicking on the setting, edit object. Click on the edit object. When you click on the edit object, it will go to the opportunity. And in the opportunity, click on the stage. Opportunity, click on the stage. When you click on a stage, now here you will see all of them. Prospecting, qualification, need analysis, value proposition, decision making, perception analysis, price quote, negotiation, closed, own, closed, lost. These are the different things. Now, if you want to modify the qualification, you can edit this. You can click on a edit button. When you click on a edit button, it will ask you that this is the qualification. Now, will you able to change the edit? It doesn't allow. It doesn't allow. Now, if they wanted to change the qualification to the different name, it doesn't allow. Stage name, you cannot change it. Stage name, you cannot change it. You can only change the probability. You can only change the type. You can only change the forecast category. Forecast category. Only these 3 fields you can change it, and you can add one more thing which is called as a description. Which is description.
Can we add one more pick list, ma'am?
Yes, you can add it. So instead of modifying this, if client doesn't want this, no, I cannot modify this. So what I can do is I can click on deactivate. I can click on deactivate. When I click on deactivate, so now qualification is deactivated. Qualification is deactivated. It's no more in the active status. No more in the active status. Now, if I refresh here, now I cannot see the qualification. Now I cannot see the qualification.
And these stages are added by users, developers, or Salesforce.
If client can do admin part, they can do it. But during the implementation, we will do it. Developer will do it. If you are building a project from the scratch, so this step is done by the developer. But after delivering to the client, they cannot change it. Client cannot change it because there are a lot of automation flow that is implemented by the developer. In case once you are pushed to the production, if you want to change any values or if you want to add a values, you need to analyze the backend code. If I add a new value here, or if I modify this value, right? If I deactivate this value, what will happen? Is my existing functionality breaks? That means is my existing flow is going to break or not? So that kind of an analysis will be done. Now, in case if you want to add a new one, you can click on here, new. So for example, I'm clicking on a new here. Now stage name is an initial discussion. And let's assume that probability is, I'll give it as a 15%. Probability is 15%. This is the open, and this has to be in the pipeline. This has to be in the pipeline. Now I have an initial decision which is sitting here in the last, but actually initial decision should come after the prospecting. Initial decision should come after the prospecting. Now what I'll do is I'll click on a reorder. We have an option called reorder. When you click on a reorder, it will give you that how you wanted to order your stage names. I'll say that initial discussion has to be after the prospecting. Now I'll click on a save. Now it shows prospecting, initial discussion, need analysis, value proposition. Now if I go back and refresh this, now if you see here, initial discussion is available. Initial discussion is available. In the path also, it will automatically update. If you click on a stage, click on here, need analysis. Before that, I have an initial discussion. If I select the initial discussion, it is a 15%. If I select the prospecting, 10%. If I select the need analysis, it's a 20%. So probability is automatically updated. For example, right now I'm selecting as an initial discussion. Click on a save. Now, client says that I do not need initial discussion. It does not help me. It does not help me. Now, developer has to be always confirmed with the client. Do you want to deactivate it? Do you want to delete it? Because deactivate, delete is always a different. Deactivate means the pick list value is still there in the system, but it is deactive. When you delete it, as soon as I click on a delete option, completely gone out from the system. That means nowhere it is available in the system. Deactivate, still fine, you can keep it. When I say deactivate, it will be there in the Salesforce all, but it is a deactivate. If there are any records which is having a qualification, that should work as it is. But if you say delete, if I say delete, for example, if I click on a delete here, what will happen if I click on a delete? There is a one record which is associated with the initial discussion. Right here, this is the initial discussion. Now, as soon as I click on a delete, what should happen to my records where the stage is equal to initial discussion? Where the stage is equal to initial discussion. What should happen to that particular record? Now, let's see that. Let's click on a delete. Okay, it is asking that, are you okay? That is warning. Now, when I click on a delete, it is going to ask you that you have to replace with some pick list value. Simply, we cannot delete it. So whenever we are doing the delete, we have to check with the client or we have to check with the business analyst when we are deleting it. When we are deleting the existing pick list value, what should be the latest value that should it replace it? Now, if I'm deleting this pick list value, whatever the existing records which has that particular pick list value, with which value we should be replacing it. That means now I have an initial discussion. If I delete an initial discussion, what should be the latest pick list value that should appear here? Which one should I need to replace it? Now, if the BA says that, okay, just replace it with the need analysis. Just replace with the need analysis. Click on a save. As soon as you click on a save, what will happen immediately? The initial discussion is deleted from the Salesforce, or whatever the records that are having the initial discussion, that will be replaced with the need analysis. Replaced with the need analysis. As soon as I replace the need analysis, probability is automatically increased or decreased. That means probability will be updated along with the stage.
Ma'am,
Is-
need analysis is already there, right? Pick list
Yes,
value.
it is already there.
And the one
You
which
cannot create a, you cannot replace with a new value. You have to replace with the existing value.
okay. Ma'am, even if we delete the standard pick list also, pick list value also, then we get the same message, right?
Yes. Yes, same one. Now let's suppose I wanted to delete the perception analysis. Let's click on a delete. Click on delete. Now when I click on a delete, what it is asking, do you want to replace the value on the record with which value? Now I'll say that prospect perception analysis should be equal to need analysis. Click on save. Now all the records wherever the perception analysis is there, it will be changed to the need analysis. Now, whenever we delete it, you cannot see the deleted records here. You cannot see the deleted records here. Now, how about the recycle bin? How about the recycle bin? Whatever the pick list values that we have deleted, will it be there in the recycle bin? It won't be there. Recycle bin is only for the records. Only for the records. What are the records you are deleting it? You will not see. Now here, whatever the pick list values you have deleted it, you cannot see what are the pick list values you have deleted it. What are the pick list values you have deleted? You cannot see. Here, there won't be any option to see the deleted values. There won't be any option to see the deleted values. Now, if you go to the Classic, switch to the Salesforce Classic. When you switch to the Salesforce Classic, let's go to the setup, search for opportunities. In a quick find, search for opportunities.
Ma'am, my question is already the pick list value contains the need analysis, right?
Mhm.
Custom
Right.
one which you have created, it got deleted. Like we can't see that pick list value in that.
Right.
But we already we have the need analysis. Then when we are deleting the custom one, we are replacing it with the need analysis.
You can replace with the standard one. That's not
Yeah,
an
we
issue.
can replace with the standard one.
Yes.
Then we are not able to see the custom one here in the stage name,
Yes.
right? Ma'am? But whenever we are deleting the standard one,
Mhm.
standard picklist, then we are able to see the stage name here.
What do you mean by
The
we are
number,
able-
the number, like when we are creating a custom pick list, then like these are 7 values are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 values are there. So when we are creating the custom one,
Mhm.
9 values are being added to the pick list.
Mhm.
Then when we delete the custom, when we delete one custom one which we have created, then we could
Mhm.
see 8 values.
Okay.
Then when we delete the standard one,
Mhm.
same again 8 values will be displayed, right?
Yes. See, there is no different concept for the custom values and standard values. Everything is the same.
Mm.
So for example, here I'm creating as another one. Let's assume that approval. Approval is needed at the 75%. Click on save. Now approval is added here. Now what I'll do is, let me update this as a approval. Details. Click on your stage. Let's change it to the approval. Click on your save. Now let me go ahead and delete the custom one. When I'm deleting the custom one, same step. Are you sure? Now it is asking me that do you want to replace it? If you want to replace with the custom field, you can replace it. If you want to replace with the standard field value, you can replace it. Now, what is your question here?
When we are deleting the custom one,
Mhm.
one number is decreasing in the pick list. But when we delete the standard one, the number is remaining same. Right, ma'am? Are you getting me, ma'am?
So you are saying that these values are whatever right now we have, it is
Yeah.
not decreasing it.
When we delete the standard one.
Why it is not decreasing it? Let's go ahead and delete it. So value proposition, I'm deleting it. Let's change it to the prospecting. Click on save. How many are there?
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay.
It's the same thing, whether it is a standard or whether it is a custom value. So it will be decreased.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. Any other question? So here one more option is available, chart colors. If you want to assign the colors, to the pick list values, you can assign it. Or if you want to assign the fixed colors to the all the one, now you can assign it. So by default, it will be there. So right now here, different chart colors are there, different chart colors. So click on this save. If you are creating any chart for this opportunity, that is the chart colors which will be available. Whenever you are creating a report or anything, this is the chart color which is available. Now let's move on.
Ma'am, this stage pick list is a normal data type or it's a different kind of data type?
It's a standard pick list.
Okay, so normally when we create a pick list data type, it's not having this means a user interface where we can see the different levels means stage like charts.
This charts you can see that. Okay, we'll do it whenever we are creating the custom field. But a standard one for the stage, it is available. Yes, for the standard, it is available, chart color.
Okay.
Only in the Lightning, yes. Classic, it won't be there.
Yeah, means while creating a normal pick list, we don't have all these functionalities. Is it there for adding chart colors and all this?
So we will see that whenever we are creating the custom field, because right now we have not yet reached to that point.
Okay, fine.
Yes. So any other question? Right, so. Okay, so the chart colors for the custom also it is available. You can create it. Whoever is asked the question, we can create for the custom pick list fields also. It is available. That is a default functionality which is available for all the pick list values, whether it is a standard pick list or a custom pick list. Is that clear? And in opportunity right side, we have the stage history. Yes. We have a stage history here. Stage history is, for example, let me take a new opportunity. So let's take this opportunity. Now this opportunity is, right now it is a prospecting and probability is 10%. If I'm changing this to the need analysis and probability 20%, click on save. Now tomorrow another salesperson will come and he will change the stage to the decision making and click on submit. And day after that, somebody else came and updated it here. Now, how do I know that who has modified the decision maker here? 2 days I was on leave. Okay, 2 days I was on leave. Before my vacation, it was a prospecting. This particular opportunity was prospecting. Now, once I came back, it says the decision maker. Now, I don't know who has worked on this particular opportunity, who has changed this stage, I don't know. Especially for the client, what they want is, they want some kind of a audit history. They wanted some kind of a audit history when this particular pick list field value is changed from the prospect to need analysis. When it is changed, who has changed it? When it is changed and who has changed it? Now last modified is the one when it is changed. And next one, decision maker. When it is changed and who has changed it? Now I can go to that particular person and I can ask that, why did you change the decision maker from the prospect to the need analysis to the decision maker? What was the conversation that you had with the client? What was the final outcome? So that from there I can take the next step. From there I can take the next step. Is that clear? So this is stage history is nothing but audit history. Yes, you can create a new opportunity. So directly instead of lead conversion, we can click on a new opportunity. When we are clicking on the new opportunity, it says that opportunity name. let's suppose that laptop, 100 laptops I wanted to buy. So 100 laptops, account name, which company? Let's take a Infosys company. Type is a existing customer, or let's take a new customer. Lead source through the web or a phone inquiry. I call that person and asked. Total amount. Now, based on the 100 laptops, client will decide maybe some amount they are going to place it. And close date, they are saying that by next month, 8th, they need a laptops. And the stage, it's a still, right now we are in the prospecting. We know it is a prospecting, and I can create a prospecting, or else the stage is already crossed. If you feel that prospecting is already crossed, then you can choose the need analysis. Then you can give the order number. So there will be a order number will be there. So this is the order number, and then tracking number. You can give some tracking number. There is a always user can track their number. So let's say that TR, and the delivery status. It is yet to begin. We have not started yet. Description. Requested for 100 laptops. 100 laptops. Click on save. So this is the opportunity we have created right now. Go to the detail section, which is available. Okay, so let's move on to the homework. In opportunity, create an opportunity. Create a opportunity. Opportunity name is RX 100 bike purchase. Okay, you can give all the other information, and the description is purchase or investigating RX 100 bike. Right, this is the opportunity created. This is the first homework. Second one, update the opportunity stage. Update the opportunity stage. That means right now we have some values. Right now we have some value. Update the opportunity stage, and here opportunity stage is now. For example, right now we have a perception analysis. Delete perception analysis. Delete perception analysis. When we delete the perception analysis, it will ask to whom it should be given. Move it to the decision maker. Replace decision maker. The second one. Second one, create a new stage value in opportunity. New value name is approval. And the probability is 70%. This is the third one. Yes, you need to create a record. Create an opportunity record. Give all other information, name whatever you want, you can give it. Why it is not possible to create? Enter all the mandatory values. That's what I'm saying. Enter all the mandatory values and create it. Now, what are the mandatory values we have here? Let's go to the opportunity. Click on
Stage
any-
close date.
Close date is, yes, you have to enter the close date stage, right? So close date is, let's give it as a close date is, let's give it as a 8th March, 8th May. Stage is prospecting. Fine, and the description is purchase or investigating the RX100. Account name, link the any existing account name. Link any existing account name. Right? Now, that's the one. Let's move on this. What is an opportunity? Post-sale activity or a pre-sale activity or any prospecting deal are called as an opportunity. Which one is the one?
Any
prospective deal of
Prospective.
Any prospective deal.
Prospective.
Yes. What are default sales pipeline in Salesforce?
Prospect,
What are the default?
Prospects,
prospecting, qualification,
Qualification,
need
need
analysis,
analysis,
value
value proposition,
proposition, identity decision maker,
perception
perception
analysis.
analysis,
perception. Uh,
negotiation reviews, closed one.
Out of these two, which one is the
Second
right
one.
Second,
Second one,
qualification.
closed loss.
First, I think first.
Why first? Why can't second?
Second one is the closed loss.
I think either
And it is not one, we have to mark it as closed loss.
Second one, ma'am. Because of close lost.
Close lost because
Okay.
any opportunity has to go to either won or lost. Cannot be simply sit as a closed. Is it possible to modify the opportunity stages?
Yes.
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 Yes, ma'am.
We can.
What is probability field on the opportunity?
Is a percent. There is a percentage.
It's a stage. The probability is directly linked to the stage value
Stage
selected.
value.
Offline? Which one is the right one? Second one. Now we'll send the interview question. That's all for today. And trial head links.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So we'll give the trial head links. Yes, it will change it. When you do that replace, definitely the path is going to update. So complete this trial head today. So that's all for today.
Thank you, ma'am.